All right, welcome to Dale Kramer's Custom Cars and Anything, guys. Today we're doing the hell part of the job. Um, I'm block sanding down to this body line here, and trying to get this thing as straight as I can. But like I say, I'm no body man, but I try, And let's see, let's put that up there. So anyway, I got a fan going here behind me, and I got my respirator over there. I thought about wearing that, you know, and we'll see once what happens here. And then I bought some primer in a can, and it's gumming up my paper. It says sands easily, but look at how it gums up my paper. They said it sands easily, duplicolor. I'm finding out that sounds like Rust-Oleum. So now that's shot. So let's put another piece on, then maybe another piece and another piece, and I have to go to town and get more sandpaper. And the car is epoxied, That's the epoxy primer you see that's on there. But on my bodywork side of it, when I was doing that, I was using duplicate primer to cover up my spots, But I would advise not to buy it, because it's junk. I think. Sands easily. What? Wet sanding, grinding, or what? Where can you find a primer that used to sand so soft? So what I'm trying to attempt here, you can see I got that cut too long. It's longer than the Donald Trump's presidency. Should be. Let's see. Let's see. Is this gonna be too short now? So I just threw $5 on the floor, cutting $5 off, You know how everything is so expensive nowadays. But let's see if this gums up the paper now. Everything says sands easily, but it doesn't say gums up your paper easily. Okay. I'm gonna get a starting point going here. I should have my roller chair out too, I suppose. So yeah, I thought I'd just do a small video. On the little block sanding, When it comes to painting, I hate it, I don't like it. And the way everything's being gouged nowadays for prices, I can't really afford to take it to anybody unless they're willing to, like, I could do fabrication work for them. Oh yeah. So So anyway, see, I'm going to be putting a coat of primer on top of this, you know. But I wanted to kind of try to get, I think I got about 90% of the body work done. But do I? I don't know. I should take my handles back off again, but I don't know how to get in the car if I take them off. So, and some of these low spots, they're very minor. I'm not looking for the best paint job in the world anymore, you know, because I can't afford it. That's why. I just can't afford it. I'm disgusted that, I mean, my fabrication work is hidden underneath the paint job. So when they see the paint job, they'll think the rest of the car isn't good, which it very well is. It was on a body rotisserie, as you probably, if you've been following along in the series of this building this car. If you go to a playlist, you can watch me when I brought it home to right now. So, you know, and but what do? You know, you can't tell anybody, oh, I'll give you this much. You know, you just can't. And I don't blame it, you know. It's just what do you do? Yeah, see, like this spot. You know, I'll be doing this again with the next layer of primer, and that'll probably take care of that, you know. But I'm looking for imperfections like this, you know, wondering what's going on here. Either I'm like now, if I could sit down 6 inches lower, if I was on my knees, I could probably do this a lot easier, but then that's hard on the old back, and, you know. Yeah. So I just wanted to take you along like for an hour, you know, with me blocking this. Just like an hour long, something like that, you know. I'll just keep going, and hopefully in the next couple of weeks we can have this thing painted. Probably about 2 weeks of block sanding, and I'm trying not to break through to the metal, you know. I'm trying to keep my epoxy primer intact as much as I can, and I have broken through, so that's already out of the window. There's a real tiny low spot there, and one here, and one here. But they're very minor. They're very. And then when I put the first coat of primer on here, and stuff like that, and I do this again, that should disappear. You know, again, I'm looking for imperfections like this one right here. You know. What I should do is I should circle that so I don't forget it. So I'll circle that sucker. Like that. There. Okay. Oh. This is just an imperfection in the primer. Yeah. So what I'll do is we'll just stay on here for an hour, and then I'll just keep going on. I'll quit recording, and then I'll bring you along again. I'm gonna do other as I do the body work, you know. Okay, let's keep going there. Yeah, I can see these little areas here. They'll fill in with primer. I can't even feel them, you know. No, because I'll be blocking it again when I get that other coat of primer on, and then that should take care of that stuff. Found one imperfection though, that's good. You know, I'm looking for a driver here. You know, you can only pay in today's economy. You can only pay for a driver. You know, you can't pay for a show car no more. Parts are too high, too much price gouging. No consumer protection agency out there that exists anymore to protect us from price gouging. That got eliminated by Doge. Um, and everybody, you know, I don't like to talk political shit on my channel here, but we have to bring awareness to this. We have to stop this stuff. If we don't stop this stuff, our children are going to have to pay for it. And you know what? I don't even have no children. I should be that type of guy that just doesn't give a shit, you know. But I do. I care for your kids. And those kids. And their kids. And their kids. And if we don't stop this stuff, I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen here, guys. I don't know. It's a sad story. Oh my God, there's body lines. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wow. Yeah, I think this stuff here will all come out when I put that first coat of thick primer on here. I think that'll go away. Yeah, I think that'll go away. It's just you gotta look for sharp, things. Like this. This is terrible. This is in the primer. That'll sand out on the next coat. I'm no body man, but I don't claim to be one either. I'll never do that. I have too much respect for the body mans. Like I say, I'm looking for gouges and air bubbles and scrapes and whatever I can find. And I found one, so one that's going to have to be fixed. There was a couple door dings in here, and I fixed them. And I don't even remember where they were, so that's good. That's actually good because this something. Anyway, I don't know what it is. I'm friends with Kevin Tietzino off of Paint Education, and Kevin, I hope you're not laughing at me right now. Please don't. I'm trying, Kev. I'm trying. I can build a car, and then when it comes to this, then I'm not no good anymore. But you gotta try though, right, guys? You gotta try. Things sometimes come easy to some people, but true work is always the best. I'll have to lay on the floor for the rocker panel. I see I'm getting down to the bottom of the door, which is good. I was only going to go down to here, but I managed to get further, so I still got to do here, but let's just do the side, and then we don't want to, you never want to overwhelm yourself. Right now, I am overwhelmed, trust me. But you just want to, oh, did I find something else here? I believe I did. Found another door ding. Okay, yeah. That's got to be fixed. Yeah. On the door ding. The last minute I seen that. Okay, so we got two dings in the door to fix. I believe this is straight, but we're gonna sand that later. Let's just keep going down the. I'm gonna get the main sides done on each side of the car. Then I want to go around and fix this stuff. Then I want to. I mean, the time I'm done, this will not be perfect by no means. I don't want people to expect it to be perfect. It won't be bad, but it won't be great. It'll be good. Let's put it that way. It'll be good. But you know, I could drive it all summer long like this if I wanted to. I want to get it done because I have fish houses, frames to build. I got other cars I have in mind. Well, it worked though. We found two spots here. One right here and one right there. Some low spots, but primer will take care of those spots. I know that. I can tell that already. Thick primer that I'm spraying on here. Let's see. This is where it starts to be real funky. I like to open the door about and get the interior all. Later on, I'll take a little sandpaper to the edges, but okay, what do we got here? There's a ding. There's a low spot here. Oh, that's a high spot. Okay, well, we'll address that too. At least we found it. Just circle that, although I can see it. What out here now? Hell, what is that? It's like it's blue or something. Where the hell did that come from? Most part it went away. I'm just gonna leave that alone and we'll let the primer cover that. I think I can get that out with a coat of primer. I think contamination is gone, it's just the marks are still there. Oh, there, now I'm finding something. Oh, I'm finding all kinds of stuff here. Oh no, that's just a mark from the dust. Never mind. Like I say, I'm just the #1 body man here. I learned from a lot of people what I can do. I mean, I'm not exactly stupid about it, but I'm not as good as those other people are. That might be a low spot here. No, no. What it is transitional. It goes back to the body work here. So that'll have to fill in with the primer and then reblock that. Because you got to make judgment calls as you're doing this. You know, what you can do and can't do. Like right now, I can't do any of this, you know, with this or with primer. But you can see spots you can do with the gun and, you know, a couple little tiny waves, you know, and stuff like that, you know. But, boy, this car came a long ways, though. See, there's a high spot right here at the edge, too. I broke through my epoxy primer, which I don't want to do. What was that? So it has a little bit of wave here, you know. But again, it's so micro that a thick coat of primer will probably take care of that. You don't want to see this big black area, you know, like I haven't sanded here yet, but if you've seen that, you know, you got this guide coat on here and see what was this. When I get on the ground, then I'll have to look at that. It's like the body line here now, it starts to make this transition. So now it's hitting hard here like this is high, but that's actually right, you know, the way it's supposed to go in from the door. And because on the Duster quarter, it does bowl just ever so slightly, you know. Yes, that might be a little excessive high. That's from body twist, you know. The guy used to drag race this thing. But I can leave that alone. I believe I can anyway. Let's hope I can. Maybe I'm wrong about that too. You know. And I could be. But I might sound a little negative to a lot of people right now because I don't enjoy this at all. But I'm trying to do the best I can. Because that's all we can do. And that's all we will do. And I'll stay on top of it as much as I can. Yeah, it's just marks from me. It looks like imperfections, but it's not. It's just, let's investigate this spot a little bit. Make sure we're okay. Which I believe we are, so. Now, starting from here back, there's a lot of body work. So now this is where we're going to find high and low spots on bleed. Let's move you guys or something. Okay. Like I say, I'll just take you along for an hour here, and since I'm standing up, I'm going to do this edge here. Let's see how I did here. Okay, I'm starting to see all kinds of stuff. The paper's gumming up really nicely. Duplicolor. Sounds easy, but it gums up your paper immediately. Look at that. That paper went to hell on me. I hope this whole quarter ain't that way. It's like now we're seeing waves here. Here's waves. Stand on my feet for a little bit. I want to try to get this top body line. I should have probably put a coat of primer on it before really going nuts on it. When you call me crazy, there's where the thing was. I'm gonna see stuff like this. I'm gonna leave it like that. I'm I'm going to sand it as smooth as I can. Now I'm going to go to work and I'm going to spray that really thick primer on here. Then I'll block it again and that should go away. Should. Will it? That's the way body work is. You don't know. You just keep going after it and look at how gummed up that is now. See if I can use it for a little while. Maybe I can't. No, I can't. I suppose this whole quarter is just going to gum up paper. I primed it yesterday. It just gums up the paper. Might have to go to town and get 14 rolls. Try to get around this corner. Yeah, I think those waves up there, I think that thick primer will take care of them too. I can't feel them. I can see them, but I can't feel them. And when you can't feel them, and you can see that it's ghost edges, not sharp edges, you know, then you know you're pretty darn close. You know, it has to be like a ghost edge. It can't be a solid edge. If it's a solid edge, that means that mono was still higher than the panel. You gotta have ghost edges. Oh, look here, I'm cutting that. Okay. See this duplicolor primer, it says sands easily. Yeah, it sands easily until it gums up the paper. Am I doing something wrong? Comment in the section below. Because I'm learning. It could be my fault. It could be me. It could very well be me. And I'm the type of guy, I'll take a responsibility if it is. Okay, let's see. Brand new piece. Let's see if it gums up. It'll gum up right away, I'm sure. I have no hope in this right now. But all we can do is just keep going, right? We'll plow through this. If this piece would last this whole section, that'd be well worth it. Yeah, a little bit of gum action happening. But that sucks. How can you sell a product like that? Have to do these areas by hand. There's my body hammer. I don't need to be laying out anymore. Here's that little sander I got. I'll use that in there. But let's just keep moving forward here. See what we got. That's gummed up already. It's gumming up already. You always want to go this way and this way and this way and that way to keep everything contoured. Because it's contouring the panel. Investigate. Oh, that's okay. I thought it was a ding. Just a little micro. There, and I can start seeing my ding material I put in here. But again, that next coat of primer should take care of that. At least I hope. Yeah, well, though. I think it will. It's all gummed up already. Well, we're gonna have to depend on that. Hopefully we can get a little further yet with this piece. Was it take a week to dry or what? To cure or what? Oh. Little high spot there. I think we're doing okay though. We're doing okay. Keep the faith, Dale. Just keep the faith. Look at how it's like gouging it. It's just by rights, this should be thrown out already. Well, yeah, let's do it. We got her this far. Oh, how that fell out. How did that fall out of there? How do you put it back in? Well, that was hard. Well, let's grab another piece and waste another one. Well, we're not wasting it. We're getting the job done. So, anyway, sounds like I'm staying kind of positive, huh? Feels good to be this far, little guys. I was hoping to be a little further than this, but I'm I'm blessed from the man above us, the spirit, to be this far. Trust me, I'm very thankful for that. There we go. Glad I got a little bit of brains on me how to do it. to get it this far. There, let's gum this one up right away. So it won't take long. Okay, when you start breaking through, you want to stop, you know. Boy, that's very defined, so it's really smooth. If I close my eyes, I go across it, I can't feel it. It's when you start feeling it, then you gotta address it. But I can't even tell. There's the light. So I seriously think that primer will still do that, but we'll block it, and if we gotta fix it more, we will do that. I swear to you, we will. But let's just keep going forward. We're looking for deep gouges, holes, so I can put that coat of primer on. That's what I'm looking for right now. I'm not looking for little spots or anything like that. Well, I am looking for that, but I mean to a certain extent. That if I gotta fix it, then I know, then I circle it. If I know it's not gonna work. But that'll pass for a driver. Now, this is my new panel I welded in, you know. And you can see one little high spot there, but I can't feel it again. Yeah, so I think I'm okay. At least I hope I am. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good enough. Good enough for a driver. Driver quality. Yeah, that's driver quality. Well, so we got from the top to the bottom here. We gotta do around the wheel well. I'll do the upper part here. And then this is ready for primer. I got to spot putty those couple of areas I found over there on the door. This is good enough for primer, yeah. Let's go back to the wheel well now. Let's see what we can do here. This should be fine. What is? Oh, that's just a. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah. Let's just get our fingers in here right. Should show up if there's anything there. And it's not. Like I thought. What's this? Yeah, that has to be fixed. The inner wheel wells, I'm just going to undercoat them. I got undercoating on them now, but I'll just refresh them black or something. Okay, so I got to circle that. Yeah, let's circle that problem. Okay. Okay, so we found a few problems. Was using that pencil, but I can't see it. I like how beautiful it is looking. These chrome rivets, oh, I don't know. They're a viola. Okay, let's go after this section. Okay, what is that? Found something here. That was my tape line for my spot buddy, wasn't it? So how do I get rid of that? That's what that was. That's when I spot buddied this corner. That's gotta get. Yeah, it's going away. It's going away. Slow but sure. There we go. There we go. Perfect. I'll start up here. Okay, I see a spot already. When that primer comes up to sandpaper. No, the Bono's a little high here, but that's because that seam goes through here. So there's going to be a little bit of a deal here. I'd have to fill this in down here and way up here to kind of get rid of it. But you know, I'm not going to fill this full of Bono. I'm going to leave it at minimal. And somebody comes up and criticizes the car, I'll say, the next time you paint it. And they might be a professional body man. And that's okay. I get it. These rivets do suck though. But I might two-tone the top, so down the road though. I'll paint it all green right now and I'll leave these on there and then I can put my chrome back on. That's what it was from my original one. You know? Chrome will cover this, but I'll still hit it a little bit. Okay, let's do this rivet. Okay. Now, we'll do the roof later. Let's just keep going now on this top. Here we go. Found another imperfection right here. That's in the primer. Might be able to sand that out, but I might have to take it down to bare metal to do it. Yeah, that's definitely in the primer. There was no Bono there, so from my memory, just up here. Couple more that came out right away. Here's one. That's gone. People will nick and pick my car, you know. They'll say, "Oh, you should have did this. Oh, you should have did that." But when they do that, and then I'm gonna say, "You should have been here helping me then," because you know how I am. I don't like body work. There, that's gone. Another primer imperfection. That's gone. Oh, the back don't like that. Bent over at that stupid L again, you know. Oh, now it's filming me, huh? Keep forgetting I gotta move this thing around here, guys. Keep screwing up here. I'm so into it. Can't help myself. I'm just into it. Door jams, well, we'll have to deal with them later. Alright, okay. I believe I got that good enough. Then we'll do the top of the door here. Then I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna take wax and grease remover and clean those areas off. And spot putty them. What I found. And then we can go to the other side, rinse and repeat it like this. Then I got the deck lid and the roof and then the front clip to do. And then we can get a coat of primer on it and take a few more weeks to get it that far probably. No, I'm just kidding. I hope not. I got any new piece that's all gummed up. Oh yeah, that's right, I gotta do the rockers, don't I? I gotta get down there on the floor. That's gonna suck. Come on. There we go. There we go. Make a mess and clean it up later, huh? We'll go this way first, I think. And we'll come back, we'll go the opposite direction. Hello. Thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for subscribing. It's not supporting me, it's supporting the channel. And there's going to be a lot more other content on here right now. We've been focused on the duster and trying to get that done, and you know what I mean? I'm trying. Yeah, the top here is perfect. There's nothing here. And that's what I figured, you know. All right. Now slightly sand here. Something to keep the adhesion process going here. Alright, this is looking good. Now I can coat our primer on here. I'll have to open up the door and do these edges here, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'm not going to get all this dust in there. Okay, now let's go around the doorknob. That's not me, by the way. I should take these off to do a proper job. You know how much of a bear they are to put back on? And I can't open the doors then. This is just a driver. A saved driver. There's no dings or dents around it, so. Okay. I'll spot putty those next. And I'm going to let you guys go on this video. And then, so please like and subscribe, guys. We'll do another video, I think, on roof and the trunk and stuff. So please subscribe if you can, okay? I sure would appreciate it. And have a wonderful day. And we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.